Om Shanti. Today, 2nd November 2023, Baba says, Sweet children, make yourself ever free from diseases with the medicine of remembrance. Instill the habit of remembrance and of spinning the discus of self-realization, and you will become conqueror of sinful actions. Question: what is the sign of the children who are constantly concerned about their progress? Answer: every act of theirs will always be on the basis of Srimad. The father Srimad is: children, don't be body conscious. Keep a chart of your pilgrimage of remembrance. Keep a record of your account of profit and loss. Check for how long you stay in remembrance of Baba and for how long you have explained to others. Song: you are the ocean of love, we thirst for one drop from you. Om Shanti. When you sit here, you have to sit in remembrance of the Father. Because you are body conscious, Maya does not allow many of you to stay in remembrance. Some remember their friends and relatives, whereas others remember food and drink, etc. When you come here, invoke the Father just as they invoke Lakshmi and when they worship her. However, she does not really come. Whether you say remember the Father or invoke him, it is the same thing. It is by having remembrance that your sins will be destroyed. You are not able to imbibe this knowledge because you have committed many sins. This is also why you are not able to remember the Father. The more you remember the Father, the more you will become conqueror of sinful action and more healthy you will become. It is very easy, yet Maya, the sins of the past prevents you. The Father said, for half a cycle you have been remembering me inaccurately. You invoke him in a practical way when you know that he is going to come and speak a Murli. However, this habit of remembrance must be instilled. In order to make you free from disease, the surgeon give you medicine. Remember me, then you will come to meet me. You will attain your inheritance by remembering me. Remember the Father and sweet home. Keep in your intellects the place you are to return to. Only the Father comes here and give you the true message. No one else can give you God's message. Others come down here onto the stage to play their parts. They forget who God is. They don't know God. In fact, they cannot be called messengers. It was human being who gave them that name. They come down here to play their parts. So how would they remember him? While playing their parts, they have to become impure. Then at the end, they have to become pure. It is a Father who comes and makes them pure. You become pure by remembering the Father. The Father says there is only one way to have purification. Forget all your bodily relations, including your own bodies. You know, I, a soul, have been given the order to have remembrance. By following this order, you will be called obedient. The more effort you make in this, the more obedient you become. If you have less remembrance, it means that you are less obedient. It is the obedient one who claim a high status. The Father's first order is remember me, your Father, and secondly imbibe this knowledge. If you do not stay in remembrance, you will have to endure a great deal of punishment. You will receive a great deal of wealth if you continue to spin the discus of self-realization. God speaks, remember me and spin the discus of self-realization, that is, understand the beginning, middle and the end of drama. Recognize me and understand me from the beginning, middle and end of cycle. These are the two main points. You have to pay attention to these. If you pay full attention to Srimad, you will claim a high status, become one with merciful hearts, and show the path to everyone. Bring benefit to them. Create a method to take all of your friends and relatives on your true pilgrimage. Those are physical pilgrimage, whereas this is a spiritual pilgrimage. No one else has this spiritual knowledge. All of their knowledge is just the philosophy of scriptures. This is spiritual knowledge. The Supreme Spirit gives this knowledge in order to explain to the Spirit, and then He takes them back home. When some children come and sit here, it is just for the sake of it. They have no concern for their own progress. They have a great deal of body consciousness. If they were to become soul conscious, they would be merciful and follow Srimad. They are not obedient. The Father says, keep a chart of how long you stay in remembrance and at what time you stay in remembrance. Previously, you used to keep a chart. Acha, even if you don't send your chart to Baba, at least keep it with you. Look at your face and see if you have become worthy of claiming Lakshmi. Business people keep their accounts. Some people keep an account of their whole day's activity. It is as though they have the hobby of writing it. It is very good to keep an account of how long you stay in remembrance of Baba and for how long you explain to others. If you keep such a chart, you can make a lot of progress. The Father gives you advice about what you should do. Your children have to make your own progress. Those who are to become the beads of the rosary have to make a great deal of effort. Baba has said that the rosary of Brahmins cannot be created now. It will only be created at the end when the rosary of Rudra is created. The beads of the rosary of Brahmins keep changing. Those who are in the third or fourth number today become the last one tomorrow. There is such a difference. Some fall and become degraded. They don't just fall out of the rosary, they go and become cremators for the subjects. If you wanted to be threaded in a rosary, you have to make a great deal of effort. Baba gives you very good advice on how to make self-progress. Baba says this to everyone. Even someone who is dumb can remind others to the Father with a signal. He can go even higher than those who are able to speak. Someone who is blind or crippled can claim a high status more than those who are healthy. A signal is given in a second. Liberation in life in a second has been remembered. As long as you belong to the Father, you certainly do receive the inheritance, but the status you receive is surely number-wise. As soon as a child is born, he receives the right to his inheritance. Here, all of you souls are male, and so you have to claim your inheritance right from the Father. Everything depends on your efforts. But it would then also be said that you made the same effort in the previous cycle too. This is boxing with Maya. The Pandavas fight with Maya, Ravan. Some make effort and become masters of the world with a double crown, whereas others become maids and servants of the subjects. All are studying here. A kingdom is being established. Baba's attention is definitely drawn to the leading beats. It is understood from their efforts how much progress the 8 beats are making. It is not that he knows the secrets of everyone's heart or that he reads what's happening inside everyone. No, to be Jani Jananhar means to know everything. It is not that he knows everything in each one's heart. Jani Jananhar means to be knowledgeful. He knows the beginning, middle, and end of the world. It is not that he would sit and read what is in the heart of each one. Do you think that I am a thought reader? I am Jani Jananhar, that is, I am knowledgeful. The past, present, and future are called the beginning, middle, and end of the world. I know the repetition of this cycle, how it repeats. I come to teach you children this knowledge. Each one of you can understand how much service you do and to what extent you study. It is not that Baba sits and knows what is inside each of you. Baba would not sit and do this business. He is the knower of the all secret. He is the knowledgeful seed of human world tree. He says that he knows the beginning, middle, and end of the human world and its nectars. The rest of creation is limitless. The word Jani Jananhar, one who knows all secret, is very old. I teach you all the knowledge that I have, but I would not sit all day and watch what you do. I come to teach you easy knowledge and yoga. The father says, I have many children, I reveal myself to the children. All my business is with the children. I am father of those who have become my children. Only I understand whether that child is a real one or a stepchild. Each one is studying. You should act on the basis of Srimad and become benefactors. You children understand the day of the Lord of the tree as the day of the Lord of Jupiter. As well as being Shiv, he is the Lord of tree. The two are one and the same. Children start a school on a Thursday, day of Satguru, and that is like adopting a guru, their teacher. For example, Monday is the day of Somnath, Lord of nectar, and so Shiv Baba gives you nectar to drink. In fact, his name is Shiv, but because he teaches you, he is called Somnath. Somnath is also called Rudra. He creates this sacrificial fire of knowledge of Rudra, and so he becomes the one who gives this knowledge. He has been given many names and explanation to is given of each one. Only this one is Yag has continued from the beginning. No one knows that everything of the world, whole world is going to sacrifice into this sacrificial fire. All human being and everything else, including the element, will be transformed. You children are going to see this. You have to become Mahaveers in order to see this. No matter what happens, you must not forget Baba. Human being will continue to cry out in distress. First of all, explain to everyone, just think in the golden age there was just the one Bharat. There were very few human beings and there was only one religion only. Now at the end of Iron Age there are so many religions. For how long will this continue? The golden age will definitely come after Iron Age. Now who would establish heaven? Only the one Father is the creator. There is the establishment of the golden age and destruction of Iron Age. That destruction is standing in front of you. You have now received the knowledge of the past, present and future from the Father. You have to spin the discus of self-realization. Remember the Father and Father's creation. This is such an easy thing. Song, your ocean of love. On this picture it is written the ocean of knowledge, ocean of bliss, but you must definitely add the words ocean of love. The Father's praise is totally unique. By saying that he is omnipresent, they finish his praise. Therefore, the words ocean of love must definitely be written. This is the love of the unlimited mother and father. It is of him that they say, through your mercy you receive limitless happiness, but they don't know this. Now the Father says, by knowing me, you will come to know everything. Only I explain the knowledge of beginning, middle and end of world. It is not just a question of one birth because he knows the past, present and future of the whole world. So how much should enter your intellects? Those who do not become soul consciousness cannot imbibe this knowledge. Body conscious has continued for half a cycle. Even in the golden age, there is no knowledge of God. You forget the knowledge of God. When you come down here to play your parts, you do not understand that a soul sheds a body and take another. But there is no question of sorrow here, there. The Father praise is that he is the ocean of knowledge and the ocean of love. The one drop is Manmana Bhav and Madhyaji Bhav. By receiving this drop, you are able to grow across the ocean of poison into the ocean of milk. People say that rivers of milk and ghee flow in heaven. All of that is just praise. How can there be the river of milk and ghee? After rainfall, only water will flow. Where would ghee come from? That's just an indication of the richness there. You also understand what is known as heaven. Although there is a model of heaven in Ajmer, no one knows anything. You can explain to anyone that they will understand very quickly. Just as the Father has the knowledge of the beginning, middle, and end of the world, in the same way, this should spin in the intellects of you children too. You have to give the Father's introduction. You have to relate his praise accurately. His praise is limitless. Not everyone can be the same. Each one has received his own part. As you go further, you will see happening in the practical way whatever Baba showed you happening in divine visions. He continued to give you vision of establishment and destruction. Arjun also wanted grant visions which later he was saw happening in the practical way. You too will see destruction with your physical eyes. You have had vision of paradise. Those visions will come to an end when you go there in a practical way. Very good things are being explained, which you children have to explain to others. Brothers and sisters, come and claim your inheritance from Baba through this knowledge and yoga. Baba is correcting the invitation letter. At the bottom, he signed it. We are present on God Fatherly service, using your mind, body, and wealth for this task. As time goes by, there will be praise. Those who claim their inheritance a cycle ago will definitely come. However, you do have to make effort. Then your degree of happiness will gradually rise, and that happiness will remain stable, and you will not wilt again and again. Many storms will come, but you have to overcome them. Continue to follow Srimad. Also stay in connection with others until you give Baba the proof of some service. Baba cannot engage you fully in this service. Acha. Essence for Dharana. First point. Pay full attention to Srimad and bring benefit to yourself and others. Be merciful and enable everyone to go to this true pilgrimage. Second point, follow every order the Father gives you. Definitely keep a chart of your remembrance and service. Spin the discuss of self-realization. Blessing. May you be a knower of all secret, Rajyuk, tactful, Yukti-yuk, and an embodiment of Yog-yuk, and please the Lord with your honest heart. Detail. Bap Dada's titles are Dilwala, the conqueror of heart, and Dilaram, the comforter of heart. The Lord is pleased with those who have honest hearts. Those who remember the Father with their heart easily become the point form. They specially become worthy of receiving the Father's blessing. According to the time, with the power of truth, their head work in a yukti-yuk manner, and they automatically do everything accurately. You have pleased God, and so every thought, word, and action of yours are accurate. Such a soul becomes Rajyuk, Yukti-yuk, and Yog-yuk. Slogan for today is remain constantly merged in the Father's love, and you will be saved from many types of sorrow and deception. I'm repeating, remain constantly merged in the Father's and you will be saved from many types of sorrow and deception. Acha, Om Shanti.